Clark County Community College.
We all have a little voice in the back of our heads, a voice that tells us we're worthless, that we can't accomplish anything, and that we never will. A dreaded voice that sows seeds of doubt deep inside of our minds. This voice can keep us safe, can keep us from doing the things that we probably wouldn't succeed at anyways. But this can be an imprisonment, a false sense of security. Maybe this isn't the only voice we all have to listen to. Research done by Dr. Carol Dweck, professor of psychology at Stanford University, has shown that the way most people think about their intelligence and abilities falls into one of two categories. Either believing that their abilities are fixed and unchanging, or that their abilities are in development and can grow. Dr. Dweck has appropriately coined these two ways of thinking as fixed mindsets and growth mindsets. An individual with a fixed mindset believes that you were born with a certain amount of intelligence and that it can't be changed. They believe you're either born smart or you're not. You're either born talented at something or you're not. Those with fixed mindsets spend their lives avoiding challenges that might reveal they're not born with it. They hate being wrong because in their minds, it's a life sentence. An individual with a growth mindset, by comparison, doesn't believe you are born with a certain amount of unchanging intelligence. They don't believe you're born either smart or dumb, talented or not. They don't believe you're, they spend their lives seeking out challenges and ever more difficult things. They aren't afraid to make mistakes. They aren't afraid to be wrong because they know that they can learn from their mistakes. They can grow from their mistakes. So should we all listen to the little voice in our head that's telling us we shouldn't try? That there's no point in putting effort into something you might fail at? Or should we listen to another voice? One that tells us that we can put effort into something, that it's worth putting effort into something. A voice that tells us we should embrace failures and see them as opportunities to grow. There is another voice that we can listen to and that we can choose to believe in. It's our choice. And to truly embrace the spirit of exploration, we should embody a growth mindset. We should listen to the voice that tells us that our potential is limitless.
My first question is, what does Phi Theta Kappa mean to you?
Phi Theta Kappa is this to me. It's my friends and my family, the people that have supported me for so many years to be more than I ever was or I thought I could be, the people that pushed me to explore my boundaries. It's a place of growth.
Nick, how would you describe the color yellow to a blind person?
We would describe the color as the sunshine on our face. We would describe it as something that probably smells a bit sour, possibly tastes a bit sour. We describe it in terms of all those things we see as yellow that we know they have experience with, because that is our association with color. What is our emotional attachment to color? Special for each person. I think yellow is exciting.
Nick, if you had a time machine and could travel anywhere in the past, present, or future, where would you go and why?
I don't want to be restricted to a single time. I'm sorry, I'm not answering your question as asked, but I want to see all of it. I love the development of human existence throughout time, and I love seeing the facets of it. I would love, if I had a time machine, I would love to be carried through time, to see civilizations grow, advance, die, and be reborn. I would love to see the growth of mankind.
If you were to wake up tomorrow and have 2,000 unread emails in your inbox, and you could only choose to open 300 and reply, how would you choose the 300 to open?
Necessarily, I don't trust when my email account tells me what is most important, because I do have a setting that will put the most important emails at the very top of my email list for me. I don't trust that. I would have to, myself, go through those subject lines one by one to make sure that I'm seeing what is most important to me or requires my attention most immediately. So even if it is at the sacrifice of being able to read as many emails as possible, I would have to take the time to make sure that I was reading the most important ones.
Nicholas, please describe how one of your top 5 strengths will contribute to the regional board.
My number 1 strength is learner. And I know that's similar for a great many people here. As a part of Phi Theta Kappa, it seems almost a part of who we are. We desire to learn. I desire to learn. It is so important to me to constantly search for new information and to understand things in a new way. I love getting new pieces of information, to see the world in a different way. My next strength, I believe, restorative. I like fixing things. I like problem solving. If there is an issue, I need to fix it. I need to make sure that it doesn't continue in this broken, as you might consider it, fashion or not. This extends in my personal life and outside. If I'm not doing well in a class, that's a problem. I need to fix it. If there's a squeaking door in my bedroom, yeah, that's a problem. I gotta fix it. That is not good enough.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.